Welcome to Baltimore, where tonight your Baltimore Blast take on the Utica City Football Club. Let's listen to the rest of the anthem. And welcome to Baltimore. Tonight, your Blast take on Utica City. Paul Mittermeier, Andrew Primrose on the call for tonight's game. And Andrew, for the third time in the first four matches this season, the Blast and Utica City will face off. It's an interesting battle because they're already 1-1. Offensive struggle here that the Blast came out on top with 8-7 the first time and then up in Utica City the next time. Utica City with a great defensive effort. They win that one 4-2. So I guess the rubber game of the early season match is tonight here in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's a weird schedule set up for the Blast and then Utica City to start the year, as they'll play 4 times early in the year, and then that's it for the year. So this will be the third matchup, and the last time the Blast will see Utica City here in Baltimore for the season. So real important for the Blast after losing up in Utica City to hold serve here at home.
All right, let's talk about these two teams. First, for the Blast, a couple pieces missing in tonight's game for them. Of course, Marco Nascimento still hasn't played this year, but also a big loss up front. Andrew Hoxie will not go for the Blast here tonight.
Got the opportunity to talk with Andrew, and I think, we saw he missed the second half of the last game against Orlando and still nursing that lower extremity injury, to borrow a hockey term. I think Andrew, it's a long season. He was a guy that struggled with injury last year, and we saw when he finally got healthy what a difference maker he could be in the playoffs. So I think it's an abundance of caution here early for the Blast to hold down Andrew Hoxie, even in a game this important.
Last time the Blast won 14-5 over Orlando. No Daniel Peruzzi, but he's back in the lineup for the Blast tonight. Had a big game first time against Utica, 3 goals, and those goals came off of set pieces, which he's been a big factor early for them in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Peruzzi had such a target on that restart, and you have to account for him. Even if he's not the one that's scoring on the goal opportunities, he's the one that creates those. You have to honor him every time. It's great to have him back and healthy. Of course, he missed last season, so it's nice to see him back out here.
All right, let's talk Utica City here, because an old friend we'll see here, Onoa Abasi, will be on the back line for Utica City here tonight. Was a huge, huge factor for the Blast when he was here. He's a big defender that can really do damage, and you have to account for him as soon as he crosses midfield here at this arena.
A fantastic athlete, a great soccer player. He left the Blast after winning a championship in 2016 to go pursue his outdoor career. Unfortunately, his team folded, and he became a free agent. He's living up in Canada, came to join Ontario, came to join Utica City and playing in Utica City now, and just doing a fantastic job. I already saw that first toe poke goal. He crossed midfield and just poked it through. Absolutely freak athlete. Great player. We look down in the field and we see a smile on your face. You want to point that out there?
Yeah, Elijah Bascom is hitting the drum tonight for the Blast. Yeah. Of course, the son of David Bascom doing a great job down there with the cheerleaders. Matchup to watch tonight. We didn't see it the first game because he was playing beach soccer, but Adriano Dos Santos against Bo Yelovich should be a great matchup to watch here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy Raley took the bulk of the match against Yelovich last time. We talked about that. But Adriano and Yelovich already matching up and looking at each other. And right on cue, Adriano with a wing to Yelovich as they're going right at each other. And Yelovich with a smile to his credit. Those two will definitely match up. So good look there. And unfortunately, still 2 players missing from this matchup is Victor Ferentz and Diego Zuniga still working on these visa issues. The league working hard to get that resolved, and I think unfortunate those 2 great players won't be on the field for this matchup. Right.
And we'll keep our eyes on the big goal scorers for both clubs. Vinny Dantas for the Blast with 8 goals, and on the other side as well, foul quickly as Pereira goes down in the offensive end. But a big one as well, Christian Shigura as well, 6 goals for Utica City here to start the season.
Yeah, and a hat trick here against in the first game against the Blast, and man, was he unstoppable. Blast did well against most of the team, but Segura just such a good effort offensively. The big forward, the trade acquisition in the offseason. There's a shot early. Dantas can't get much on it.
Yeah, nice job. Dantas makes the steal around the turn, hits the left foot, but Coughlin right there and makes the save. And that gives us a chance to talk about these 2 goalkeepers. Andrew Coughlin for Utica City, 3-1 in the season, 3.27 goals against. Here's a steal. Segura in. He is blocked, and Vanzella comes up to make the save on the turf. Oh, this redirected shot goes wide. Blast for the counterattack. Here's Dantas now. Cuts it back to the middle. Shot and a goal! Vinny Dantas on the board. His 9th of the season.
And that's how fast it can happen at CQ Arena. You saw Utica City with the opportunity there just to miss play on the redirection. And then 2 passes down. Vinny Dantas, Tony Donatelli. You'll see the give and go here. Tony gets it high up at the yellow line. We'll see the pass here. Oh, sorry, it was midfield. And Dantas has it at the yellow. 2 quick touches. And look how he gets it back to his left foot. And then a quick shot, and not much Andrew Coughlin can do there when Vinny Dantas gets his leg on that, and the Blast up to an early lead, which was crucial for the Blast.
Again, we see Dantas, like he did last game, he cuts it back to the middle. Nice cut back on Callahan, and then real tough on Coughlin to get a glove on that. And he puts it into the top corner to give the Blast a 1-0 lead.
At that point, it's not on your goalie. When you give any Dantas or Christian Segura or some of the guys in this league, you give them that much space, that goalie can't do anything but stand there. The reaction time's way too quick. So we'll see Kalu match up on Yelovich now.
Here's Obasi, drags it to the corner. Quick shot there. Vanzella gets a foot on that. Kicks it out of play, so we'll get a corner kick here for Utica City.
So Obasi, quick, you see the shot as he'll come off on the restart there. For Obasi, the key to him being the player that he can be in this league is him developing into the style of Utica City. Can he play with a ball movement? He's a guy that likes the ball on his foot. He likes to control the pace of play. He developed that from his outdoor style. Can he learn how to play in this Utica City system where they like to move the ball, play defensive first? Obviously, he's a great defender. So that'll be what to work. But, an incredible athlete and has the talent to be one of the best defenders in this league.
Really tries to come out and forced back by Segura. So Blast see much more pressure here than they did against Orlando last time out.
Well, and it's funny because Orlando wants to get to this place, as you see the Blast almost lose the transition, but William Vanzella equal to the task.
And finally, Vanzella just blasts it down the field, or I should say throws it down the field. Steal here. Here's a chance in. Mello turns, has it blocked. Good play by Segura defensively there. He'll come out with it.
There's one touch too many for Mello.
Vitale now run things from the back line for Utica City. Changes. NDI on the floor for the Blast. Mello picks up. Vitale turns, score! Oh, just like that. Utica City on the board. Diego scores, and we are tied at 1.
Well, the quick transition, and you saw Mello flash with on the screen, kind of the give and go play. And Mello followed the runner, but Mo NDI doesn't squeeze down there. He's got to squeeze down more into that box, playing that zone, and Mo just standing up there in no man's land. He's got to push down a little bit further. Adriano doesn't get over, and the Blast give up a goal.
I'll give Vitale the assist there, his first assist of the season. Diego scores his 5th goal of the campaign. So we're tied at 1. 2:19 the time of the goal, and just like last time, here we go again. These two teams going back and forth.
Bad turnover from Tony Donatelli. Tried to squeeze it past the boards. Callahan takes it down. Kalu runs him off.
And now Callahan back for Darren Toby. He's off of the bench and on to the back line for Utica City. Here's Coughlin. I never got my chance to finish my goalkeeper comparison. Coughlin, after giving up 8 here in Baltimore, he's given up 6 total in the last 3 games. 3.27 goals against average in his 4 starts. There's a foul here on Gama. And for William Vanzella, 2-1 on the season, 5.33 goals against average. Coughlin, an amazing 771 save percentage so far in 4 games. Schindler. Of course, Schindler involved in that fracas against Harrisburg last time out. James Togba not in the game tonight. He's been suspended for being the
first man
over in that brouhaha in Utica City. Hard-fought 4-3 win for Utica City in that one over Harrisburg. Saw Pat Healy mixing it up in that one.
Well, he was, and then he wasn't. He was the great peacemaker. He sent his team off, and then, of course, there was 1 second left on the clock.
Well, big save there by Vanzella. I think he saved it with his face.
I agree.
Turned by Gonzalez.
But yeah, the matchup there, and up in with Harrisburg, Pat Healy trying to get his team off and sent him off, but then he stayed behind and had a little kumbaya session with Ryan Hall and Utica City. Of course, Pat's been playing in this league, in this division for a long time, knows those guys well. Now the coach of Harrisburg.
Steal here by Dos Santos. Good job by Adriano. Now he plays off the boards. Back for Kalu, taken away by Vitali. Here comes Vitali down the wing. Good recovery by Kalu, and it comes out to center. Bad
play there by Gama, and Dos Santos trying to figure out who was going to take the ball, and they didn't. Just let it run.
Coughlin now controls things. Pereira with some pressure. It's about 5 minutes in. We're tied at 1. Yelovitz in the corner, marked by Dos Santos. I'll say that a lot tonight. Turns, that's blocked. Oh, comes to the middle, and Roberts mishits that one up into the mesh.
Kalu has to move over and close on that. Dos Santos, kind of a win on that first matchup between the two. The first markup is he gets the block, but the deflection somehow ricocheted into an attempt.
Good ball by Vanzella for Dantas, and a good win. You can see that Dantas is healthy this year. Mistake here, illegal or defensive clearance, I should say, on Utica City. So top of the arc restart, and here comes Peruzzi off the bench for the Blast.
And we now know the rule change, so
yeah,
we don't have to hide that.
And I'll tell you what, you better know where Peruzzi is at all times. Fans out wide. Drive by Pereira is blocked. Foul called on Dantas. So instead of a free kick for the Blast, it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Utica City.
Is Finney trying to collapse the wall there? I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it a pushing foul, but tough break for the Blast as they would have had another opportunity.
Segura to the offensive end. Good ball for Diegas. His thrown away. Here's Mello. Mello, his patented spin move.
Chooses to possess rather than push. Blast can break this press. That'll be a good decision.
Good ball again for Dantas.
That's another matchup we've seen a couple times so far this year, and that's Schindler on Dantas.
Oh, ball to the middle for Raley. It's off of Jeremy into the crowd, so we'll get a free kick here for Utica City.
Wow. Mo Ndiaye is going to get a lot of play at the target forward position with Andrew Hoxie out. Of course, he'd been in the rotation, but now the two of them going to share the majority of the reps there. We might see a little bit of Adriano Dos Santos up there. We saw that last year with him playing that. We haven't seen it so far this year, but with Hoxie being out, that's possible we could see that.
I was thinking about that. Maybe you could do that, or with the small field, you could definitely run in twos with Dantas and Ndiaye. Ndiaye got his first goal of the season against Orlando. Multiple Blast players getting their first goal in that game, including Tony Donatelli. Here's Raley with some time and space. Jeremy across, that's blocked. Good job by Obasi to get back. Coughlin to the corner. Donatelli a drive. Oh, what a save by Coughlin as he recovered and put a glove up to make that save.
Just barely put it into the crossbar there.
How about a heads up?
Pinky on it.
What a heads up play by Donatelli to be able to recognize, get the ball on target, and have a chance to score there. But Coughlin, what a play. Oh, nice ball here. Dos Santos cuts it to the near side, and he shoots it wide.
Adriano kind of trying to go near post there. Probably should have just put a little more pace on it and driven it with as much room as he had, not worrying about being cute. But
Thomas with the pressure. Good work by Coughlin there. Now Bordeaux will carry the mail. Callahan back for Bordeaux in front goal. Again, Diegas scores number 2. And midway through the first, Utica City has their first lead.
And we'll get the officials' timeout as well.
Timeout on the floor. 7:56 left in the first quarter. Utica City 2. And the Blast 1. Back with more Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington.
2, 1, and play the break.
No.
Jack, can I talk to you? I think you need one of these. You're acting like a kid.
I just counted you.
Yes!
Have a blast and score big at Antwerpen Automotive.
Jack is saying yes to every deal on all new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus discounts up to $15,000 and no payments for 3 months. Now at all 10 Antwerpen locations.
6, 5, 4.
Jack says yes.
1, ready, 2. 2's on.
We back?
We are back.
Out for introductions.
All right, welcome back to
Can you find
Baltimore.
out for us?
Welcome back to Baltimore, where the Blast are trailing now 2-1 to Utica City. Ricardo Diegas has both goals for Utica City in this one. And it's a good game again as we see the first 7 minutes back and forth action with both teams getting good chances.
Yeah, just it's good soccer. I mean, there's not much you can say. This game's going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be 1 or 2 goals. And, Utica City probably as experienced as any team in the league. They're playing on this small field aside from the Blast. They know how to play here. Andrew Coughlin's certainly comfortable on this floor. He's had 2 incredible games. Got a great start so far. I mean, this game should be 3-1 if Andrew Coughlin doesn't make 2 incredible saves. William Vanzella, hasn't really been tried yet. He's, the 2 goals he's given up have been pretty hard to make plays on. But it's just great soccer, 2 good teams, and you got to stick around in the 4th quarter.
Vitali in the corner does a nice job to clear. Rayleigh on it in the midfield. Sam Guernsey on the field for the Blast.
So one thing we should note is Mike Diesel, the Blast defender. Big Mike Diesel was in the lineup card, was listed as active for today's game. Didn't come out in intros. We were a little confused about that. He has not shown up on the bench and has not come out. So we'll find out what's going on there as Mike Diesel not out there in the Blast. Already kind of shorthanded on the back line, missing one of their veteran defenders.
Utica City. Vitali goes far side for Coughlin. Coughlin with some time and space. Now Peruzzi will pressure. And Bordeaux takes it in, or excuse me, that's Segura on that far side. Here's Toby. So far, Utica City handling the Blast pressure. Now to the offensive end for Yelovich. This time it's Rayleigh. Drops it, save Vanzella, loose. Ball headed away, it's still loose in the box, and Yelovich can't get a foot on it. Rayleigh does a job there defensively. Vanzella able to make the play.
Great save there by William Vanzella.
There's
To
Guernsey.
start that sequence.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Mello to the corner, and he ends up finding the Blast bench instead, and we'll get a kick in for Utica City with 6.5 left in the first quarter.
I mean, realistically, if you're watching this game right now, there's been a thing that should surprise you right now. I mean, the guys that are scoring the goals, you expect to put the goals in. Defenses are playing well. Goalies are making great saves. I mean, this is exactly what you expect from these 2 teams to play against each other.
Chance, quick left-footed shot. That's to Hopper that Diegas puts on goal, but Vanzella right there to play it. William with a nifty pass for NDI. That's momentarily stolen away. Here's Kalu now. Kalu backs it up and plays back for Donatelli. Blast will regather themselves and get back into form as Pereira challenges down the far wing. Pereira nearly depossessed by Obasi. Now he is. Onawa touches to the near side, too far for Callahan. Now he drives one. That goes off the boards and into the crowd, far side, kick in Blast.
Well, then you see the athleticism of Abassi. Not too many guys that size are able to depossess someone like Juan Pereira and then to win that ball away by fighting through it. And then create the offensive opportunity. You saw him dribble down. He's so comfortable with the ball in his foot. And he crosses midfield. You have to respect the shot there. So, I mean, Utica City was already a great team, and then you had an athlete like Anawan Abassi onto there. If you're a Utica City fan, you got to be real happy about what your team's done to improve.
And then Pereira did a nice job of not giving Obasi a clear look. He battled him for the ball, and that allowed the Blast to recover defensively.
Trying to send it down to NDI, but he can't. The big forward will spill. Was that Schindler down there?
Yeah, he put Schindler into the boards down there, and they call the foul.
That's one of those ones where NDI is just so big. I mean, Schindler's a big guy too, but.
Good ball here for Yelovich, marked by Dos Santos. Back heel for Callahan. That's saved by Vanzella. Momo was in there kind of sniffing around, and Vanzella able to gather it.
William didn't have it clean, that's for sure. Could have been interesting. NDI wins the ball, sends it across, but
Good job there to take it away from Schindler. Just missed Mello in the box. Would have been a pretty good look on goal. Again, the blast leave Coughlin. He plays it around Thomas for Yelovich. This time Bo doesn't leave it. He instead leaves it for Schindler. They go to the corner. Steal here. Mello reads that play. One-on-one. Mello turns, shoots wide. Thomas can't get on that. And Jamie will run it down in the corner. Good ball back for NDI. And Blast win the possession.
They'll also make a change as Gama comes on to play that third point forward position. In the rotation, he'll get a couple reps there. It's a whole different body type than Vinny Dantas and Mo Ndiaye, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, nice move by Thomas. Shot and a goal! Jamie Thomas with the move. And we're tied at 2.
Just that fast. Jamie Thomas, 2 quick dekes, sends it across and a strong right foot to put the Blast equal here. We'll see on the replay coming up here. Jamie Thomas.
I will challenge your comment. I don't think you expected Jamie Thomas to do that.
No, that's something new. There you go. He gets it across, and it's the same shot as Vinny's goal. I mean, he just kind of dekes it to the middle, push, and then buries the shot home. You see this great angle here. I mean, he just creates space, and that's a rocket.
I think Dos Santos will get the credit for the assist here. Jamie Thomas picks up his 2nd goal of the year. And for Dos Santos, assist number 3. Utica City to the corner. Donatelli runs that down and clears. Good job avoiding the 3-line pass. Gama with a battle in the corner. Guernsey waiting to pounce. And finally, Blast able to win possession. Update on Mike Diesel?
He will not be playing today. Out today. We'll find out more about that. Maybe we get a chance to ask David Bascom at halftime, but he is out for today's game. So Blast shorthanded already without Andrew Hoxie out there. And now without Mike Diesel.
Gama does a nice job beating the double team, and the Blast retain possession. They swing it far side for Kalu. Kalu to the middle. Oh, nice job to step up there. Logan Roberts prevented the shot from Kalu. Nice defensive work there. Peruzzi now far side. Again, there's Roberts. Roberts, interesting.
He's one of the great young players in this league. I mean, he really is.
He's playing real good D right now. Lead for Donatelli up off the boards. Donatelli, that's similar to the ball we saw off the boards on the
in the Orlando game.
That's
exactly, and it's so funny because and it's so funny. And we talk about the difference between playing here, right?
Oh. Foul called on Pereira.
Yeah. So Peter Sliwa, a great goalie, a very good goalie in this league, has that exact same ball, exact same situation. He does not expect that bounce.
But I think the ball, it was a totally different bounce than the last time. I mean, the ball that Donatelli hit last week
came out
was
higher, yeah,
and with more pace. And I think that changed the level of the angle. And there it was less pace and lower, and that made it an easier play.
Well, when you see Coughlin expecting and being able to go there, as you see Sam Guernsey wins the battle against Yelovich.
Oh, Blast here with a chance. Here's Mello. Up ahead, between the legs, shot and a goal. Mello goes 5-hole, and the Blast take the lead back 3-2.
Well, Sam Guernsey beats Yelovich, gets the defensive stop, and we've said it now 3 times, defense turns to offense. You see the long feet across as it looks like it was Guernsey who also got the pass as well. And then Mello goes 5-hole to beat a sliding Andrew Coughlin as we see here. Yes, it was Guernsey that gets it. Mello, plenty of time, patience, and one touch. Scores the goal.
13:05, time of the goal for Jonathan Mello, his 2nd goal of the season. Sam Guernsey picks up his 1st assist of the year.
All right, so that's also not something I would expect as well. All right.
Just like that, 2 straight for the Blast. They lead it 3-2. Good read by Van Zella. Traps it against the boards. Good ball for Donatelli. Tony looks to settle. Double team comes. Again, Donatelli clears it. Around the boards, and Kalu finds the hands of Coughlin. Out comes Utica City. Schindler. runs himself into a double team here. Schindler takes Pereira down, and they call the foul on Pereira. That's a tough call on the Blast right there.
One of the things the Blast have to do is Segura is doing a really good job of lurking deep. He was real slow coming down, and nobody's picked him up yet. And he's kind of hiding there. The Blast have to make sure they know where he is. As of course now they'll pick it up in the restart, but he's kind of slinking down, hiding himself, and then he's gonna get an opportunity on one of these.
Obasi challenged by Dos Santos.
Former teammates.
Dos Santos. Obasi goes by. Onawa drags it, shoots, score. It's a hat trick for Diegas, and that's all Obasi. Nothing you can do about that.
Adriano in space, and we talked about Obasi liking having the ball on his foot. As you see here, he gets the yellow line, he gets the ball, and he just beats Adriano Dos Santos. He's flat-footed. Adriano can't catch up, and then Obasi with a move past Kalu. He sends the shot past William Vanzella, and then Diegas in perfect position to finish it. I mean, there's not much you can do there.
A hat trick for Diegas, and that's now 7 for Diegas on the season.
So, last time the hat trick came from Segura. This time it comes from...
That's Obasi's first assist of the year. Coughlin by everyone. Nice work by Callahan to try to win it, but eventually it's onto the foot of Vanzella. Goes into the bench. Kick in for Utica City with 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Great action first quarter here in Baltimore. And Utica City will look to see if they can get one more before we end the quarter here. Darren Toby, marked by Jamie Thomas. Now Yelovich has Dos Santos draped all over him as usual. Thomas steps in, but Coughlin there. 15 left in the quarter. Obasi this time on NDI. See what Obasi does here with 8. Wouldn't surprise me if he took a shot. Coughlin now will just drive it down the floor. Vanzella parries that away. Thomas now, 1 second left, and that'll end it. Thomas right near the Blast bench. A great first quarter. 3 goals apiece. Diegas with the hat trick for Utica City after 1 quarter of play. It's Utica City 3 and the Blast 3. We'll come back with second quarter action after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington.
No, 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 no.
Jack, can I talk to you? I think you need one of these. You're acting like a kid.
Yes, yes, yes.
Have a blast and score big at Antwerp Automotive. Jack is saying yes to every deal on all new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus discounts up to $15,000 and no payments for 3 months. Now at all 10 Antwerpen locations.
Jack says yes.
Our country has changed over the last 80 years. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're not just embracing this change, we're driving it in our own backyard. As a local not-for-profit, we're tackling some of the region's biggest health challenges and making care more accessible for you by providing access to digital tools. Transforming healthcare for over 3 million of your neighbors. Forging new paths to live fearless. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Now welcome back to Baltimore. 3-3 after 1 quarter of play. Vinny Dantas got the blast on the board, but the story of that first quarter is Ricardo Diegas as he gets the hat trick for Utica City. Jonathan Mello also scored for the Blast as well. And first quarter stats, Utica City out shooting the Blast 10-7. 7 saves for William Vanzella in that first quarter.
7 saves on 7 shots with 3 goals for Utica City, so that's interesting. I'm sure that math, you have to explain that one to me.
Maybe the prettiest goal of that first quarter, scored by Jamie Thomas.
The other thing that's interesting to note is Utica City, right off the bat, you had Logan Roberts get a foul, called for a foul. That's the only foul Utica City. It was about 10 seconds in. Logan Roberts got called for. That's the only foul Utica City received all quarters. The Blast picked up 5 fouls. So interesting to see is, you know, typically these games kind of get in the fourth quarter. They get a little chippy between these two teams.
Blast will start it. Vinny Dantas over the ball for the Blast. Again, the third meeting of 4 between these two.
Ooh.
Close call there for Coughlin as almost grabbed that one out of the box. Now chance and just wide. Diego's looking for number 4. Of course, we saw last time Vinny Dantas score 5 against Orlando for the Blast. He had a first quarter hat trick as well. The aforementioned Dantas in the corner. Turns on Schindler in the first time I can remember, Andrew, the ball up in the
It's up to us. Yeah.
mezzanine right by us.
It's way too much muscle. It's way too far of a throw.
Free kick Blast right near the yellow line. Donatelli with this one, and they'll back Gonzalez up.
Of course, he steps right back forward as soon as the referee walks away.
Randy Eyes pass, a bad one, and now Gonzalez will steal. Goes far side, Segura. Now Roberts. And he'll play off the boards for Darren Toby. As I call the names out, just so much firepower on the Utica City team.
They're so good. I mean, you had the back line too. I mean, it's a very, very good Utica City team. I mean, this is a team that's been improving. Obviously, they tied the Blast in the regular season. They won the championship on the tie break, or the division on the tie break, and then won the first playoff game here in Baltimore. I mean, it looked like they were going home. Only had to win one of the 2 games at home, and the Blast able to pull it out and keep Utica City from advancing, which, you know, goes back all the way to the Syracuse days where they've just been blocked by the Blast. But
and remember, the first game we did on NBC Sports Washington last year was Utica City just dominating. The first loss for the Blast in this arena, just dominated the Blast.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it was a 9-0, I think. Yeah,
1 point.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it was an absolute demolishment. And that was kind of a breaking of the glass ceiling for Utica City, too, right?
And that was the key to the tiebreaker, was that game.
That one, yeah, win-win here. That was, everybody else had serve home and away the rest of the way. But, I mean, you know, Utica City's come a long way. The Syracuse franchise, you know, whatever we call that, but that franchise has come a long way. They had talented players, but what Coach Ryan Hall's been able to do is build a system. And you watch it. You know, the thing that's impressed me with Segura, you knew he was a goal scorer. You saw that, you know, when he played in Mexico. You saw that when he played in San Diego. But what he's done here, coming here and playing defense, has been incredible.
Mello down the middle, shot save, rebound, and Rayleigh can't keep it on Cage.
Look at that, Paul. Second one into the mezzanine now over here. Yeah, you called it, now it's raining.
Rayleigh can't keep it in the first level. That's a tough one. The ball was pretty hot, coming in hot on Rayleigh, and he couldn't quite keep it over top.
But no, I mean, just from an overall, you know, standpoint, I think Utica clearly is not intimidated by the Blast any longer. I think that the entire franchise, you know, the great things they're doing off the field, the arena that they have playing there, I think they feel they're an equal to Baltimore now, and they're playing like it.
Pereira heads it to the near side. It hits the turf and goes into the bench. Tough break there for the Blast. Good steal in the midfield. I thought Donatelli was going to try to chip that one.
I think Tony thought he was going to chip it for a little bit there. He was hesitating.
Quick shot here. Oh, Vanzella with a big-time save on Gonzalez. Through the box. Callahan was lurking, but Thomas sweeps that away. Toby. Now back again for Gonzalez. Picked up by Rayleigh. And now Vitali will possess near side. Gonzalez goes down. And He is in a little bit of pain here as him and Rayleigh were coming together.
Yeah, it was off the ball, and he is writhing as if he was shot. I mean, I know the tendency in a situation like that is to say he's flopping, but I mean the way he's acting and grabbing is you hope it's not an actual serious injury here. See Dos Santos and Ryan Hall get a hug in.
I don't know if we have a replay of that. Let's take a
Well,
look.
we're going to see the replay first of Vanzella's save here.
Here it is, Coughlin again, kind of running the show from the midfield.
We'll
And
see
then
the shot.
there's Gonzalez here with that quick shot, well meant, and William well out.
How does William do that? He kind of pauses in air, doesn't he? He hovers. I think that's a Brazilian thing. He like
He
stops
just hovers.
in midair.
He's got the ability to hover.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So Gonzalez grabbing the ankle, looks like the right ankle, and he doesn't want it to be flexed as he seems to be in a lot of pain. But he'll stand up and walk it off.
Wow, he's struggling.
They're going to take him right off. It looks like they're motioning. And you see Rayleigh walk over to him and say, looks like he just thinks his ankle was bent back. So I think the Blast are going to send the ball down to Utica City's side here afterwards on a show of sportsmanship, give Utica City possession.
I think Gonzalez is going to go right to the locker room, right?
Yep. She's walking down. We'll keep an eye on that for Utica City. That's a tough loss for them. Blast will send it back down. Good job.
Now here we go. Darren Toby now. Back for Coughlin. Pressure by Thomas. Coughlin's going to send it 3 lines. And chance here for the Blast. And let's see if we see Peruzzi on the field.
Yep.
And we do.
First one off the bench. And a rare mistake from Andrew Coughlin, who's done a real good job this year in the 2 games so far, or 1.5 games, in terms of managing that short third line. But
that's a nice job by the Blast and Thomas pressuring. Mello back heel. Peruzzi, a drive off the top of the glass. I think he had Coughlin beat there.
Ah, yeah, everybody. I mean, you can't stop that shot. If he gets that through, I mean, it's literally, it doesn't matter if there's defense, it doesn't matter if it's a goalie out there. You cannot stop that shot if he puts it on target.
Here's Mello. Yelovich picks him up defensively and talks some trash to him as he passes the ball. Dos Santos, far side, Peruzzi. Peruzzi's drive. That's Toby with that block. Now, is that defensive clearance? I mean, he clearly set a kicking motion.
Yes.
And they're going to call it defensive clearance. And the referee says, what do you want me to tell you? I mean, he kicked the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot less called defensive clearance than that. Dos Santos and Mello. Dantas waving Peruzzi into the box. Dantas with the touch and a deflection.
It's deflected, yeah, absolutely it was.
Corner kick Blast. But that firepower on the restart.
Yeah, right. No, it's not going to go to Peruzzi. It's going to go to Vinny Dantas. Yeah. Oh, great.
And then you have Donatelli up top. And we've got the ball on top of the goal. And do we have a second ball we could use?
There it is. Yeah. Our official steps up and knocks it through.
All right, so here's Mello. Near side corner. Dantas runs through. Crossfield Dos Santos, and Coughlin makes that save.
And now Yelovich with a long run. Donatelli and Dos Santos close on him, and Dos Santos wins that one.
Nice job by the Blast. Nice job, good clear over the top. Here's Mello. Little spin move there into the midfield with some space. Quick shot, and Coughlin it was ace on that, and Donatelli not pleased as he was open on the far wing.
Yeah, but when it's that pretty, you kind of just have to let him take the shot. I mean, he was making the highlight tape. Yelovich fell. I mean, it was a highlight. It was an N1 mixtape.
After 6 goals in the first quarter, we're 4 minutes into the second quarter. We're looking for our first one. That's how things go here.
It's a story of CQ. I mean, it's It's kind of incredible. There you go. As we see Dos Santos real close to a 3-line pass on that quarter bicycle volley.
I wonder if they come out here and practice that. It would be an art form here, right? Steal by Raley. Pereira steps in. Juwan does well to win the ball.
Well, I do know the Blast were lucky to get in practice in yesterday on this field. They don't often get to practice on this field. And, of course, they play on a full-size turf. Their practice turf is full-size. So it is something that the Blast don't get a lot of time on this small field. You know, of course, this is the home to Towson sports. So we have Towson basketball, Towson volleyball. So the Blast don't get a lot of setup time on this court.
The pass by Pereira was deflected, and that enabled Coughlin to gather it in. Off the boards to Yelovitz. Callahan far side, marked by Raley. NDI joins the defense. Obasi now, marked by Donatelli. Schindler a drive. That's directed wide by Yelovitz.
You see Donatelli coaching NDI there, telling him he doesn't have to squeeze as much on Obasi there. Telling him he's going to honor that middle position.
I think he was asking the official for a handball, too.
Oh, down there, yeah, he absolutely is.
Obasi just kind of lining up his target. There's a shot that's blocked by Pereira. Donatelli heads it clear and forces Utica City back into the defensive side.
But again, you can kind of see when the ball goes to Obasi, it does stop. It kind of dies there, right? There's not the ball movement. You clearly see that.
But yeah, it's like you got to beware though, because once it stops, Obasi can start on a dime and just run right by you, and then you're really in trouble. So many times we saw that here in Baltimore. Momo back for Obasi.
But I think he's a guy that's built for that big field too, though, because he can just gain so much ground. You saw him here on the short part, how fast he got separation from Adriano Dos Santos, who, by the way, was a first-team All-League defender last year.
Good work to Yelovitz in the corner. Again, nice job by Raley there. Back for Obasi. Some real good possession time here for Utica City.
You see Juwan Pereira behind Mello.
Right.
Those two just ready.
You have to. You have to. If he gets even an inch, he is going to unleash a shot that is very difficult to stop. Here he is again in the midfield. Now finally he'll come off. Ball for Yelovitz in the corner. Leaves it. Shot. That's blocked. Vanzella all over that one, and he'll give time for his guys to make a change as fresh legs come off the bench for the Blast. Here's a distribution. NDI puts it to the corner. Thomas with some hustle over there. Ball comes free. Donatelli. Shot. And a goal! Donatelli gives the Blast a 4-3 lead.
So NDI wins the ball down low with a head ball. William Vanzella sends it across. Jamie Thomas hustling all the way across. We've said his name twice now in key situations. You'll see the distribution. NDI wins the head ball. Look at Jamie Thomas outrun two defenders to send it back across to Donatelli. Jamie Thomas' hustle on that play was what made that play. NDI wins that head ball. And watch what happened on that play. William Vanzella runs all the way down to celebrate. Instead of going to the goal scorer, instead of going to the guy with the assist, he goes and gets NDI to say what a great job he did winning the head ball and sending it across to Jamie Thomas.
All right, timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. 7:53 left in the second. 4-3 Blast. Back with more on NBC Sports Washington.
We need to be filling this, don't we, guys?
Welcome back to Baltimore. 7:53 left in the second quarter. Blast lead at 4-3 on the Tony Donatelli goal. Well-earned assist by Jamie Thomas. Time to goal 7:07. Thomas's first assist of the year.
That's interesting. If that second bounce hadn't gone off the top of the glass, it hit the glass twice there. Blast were calling for a stoppage right off the bat, but Dos Santos should have gotten a handball there, deflecting it back, but hit the net and then stayed in play.
Vitali puts it into the upper concourse. Another kick in for the Blast here with 7:39 left in the half.
Manzella and Diegas. Manzella's like, you already got 3. That's enough. Go away.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, that's an all or nothing bicycle kick there, and it was nothing that time for Diegas. Oh, here's Kalu with a nice ball. Kalu into the offensive end. Gama just a bit too far. Great footwork by Kalu that time to create that opportunity.
Should mention, you can see good news there is Gonzalez out there, number 11 for Utica City. Looks no worse for the wear after his ankle injury, so that's good news.
Donatelli forced back into the defensive end. Vanzella for Dos Santos on the far side.
A lot of minutes early on for Adriano. And Mike Diesel, he's going to have to fill the gap. Kalu with a nice run, and Diegas takes him down, and no call.
Down. And Kalu's hurt.
Wow, how is that not a call?
Not even a foul call.
It's a clear tackle. One-on-one and spilled. The Blast have possession clearly, but I don't know if we could see the replay on this.
I don't think the defender got any ball, right?
I mean, I certainly didn't see it. And if not, I mean, it was a dangerous. I mean, he just takes him out.
Yeah, Diegas just stepped in front and took him down.
Yeah, that's man. Danny Kelly with a veteran coaching move. Danny's going to go over to talk to his player and use the opportunity to yell at the official. That's just not a good call. I mean, that should be called both ways. It's a dangerous play. Somebody can get hurt, and Kalu.
I think somebody did get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, he's just. That's
really
not something that should happen.
To put any kind of weight on that right ankle. And now the Blast down another defender as Kalu heads to the bench.
Well, we saw Gonzalez go out and, right off the field. He came back, so hopefully we'll see the same here from Kalu. And, we haven't even mentioned the Blast have another defender on the bench, Curtis Kirby, who just signed today officially. He's a guy that came into camp. He has some Brazilian experience, but he's a guy that, as Yelovich will send it back down and return the favor. That's a nice job there by Utica City to return that. But Curtis Kirby, a guy that the Blast like a lot. He's very young, very new to the indoor game. But if this keeps going the way it is, he might have to play tonight.
Yeah, the Blast weren't expecting him to play much, but now we have Diesel out. We have Kalu down at this point. And the Blast may have to find a shift for him.
So Curtis Kirby wearing number 21 tonight, but no name on the back of his jersey. Is it no opportunity for it to be sewn on? So we'll see him come out maybe in the second half here as the Blast go down. I'll have to ask David Bascom in a halftime interview about that.
Callahan heads it away. Peruzzi runs it down. Good hustle by Yelovich to get back and make the steal.
I think if Callahan doesn't touch that ball, that might have been a 3-line pass there.
Darren Toby falls down, and the referee blows the whistle and calls the foul. Yelovich goes around Gama. Toe pokes one to the boards. Dos Santos wins that. Adriano can't get around Schindler. Now runs over Schindler, and the foul will be called here.
Wow. Okay.
Delay game warning on Gama now.
So if he doesn't walk him off, why does Gama have to? If he chooses the quick restart there, he kicked it into him. He doesn't walk it off.
We see that all the time, Andrew.
The official has to have better control there. He has to walk that off.
Coughlin has it right near the yellow line, plays for Obasi. Under 6 to play in the half. The half, Andrew will talk with Blast assistant coach David Bascom. Diegas with a chip to the box. That's knocked away. Now Obasi has it. Going to play for Coughlin. Thomas will challenge 3-line violation on Coughlin again. So Thomas creates the turnover one more time. Blast will have a restart at the yellow line, and we'll keep our eyes on the bench for Kalu. Looks like he's still being worked on. Drive, that's a save by Coughlin. Dantas with a ball well meant there. Ben Raymond on the floor. The Blast offensive end. Ball for Vanzella now. And William clears. Dantas can't run it down. Toby lets it go around the turn, and Coughlin gathers it in the box. Under 5 minutes now. Good ball by Coughlin. Guernsey makes the steal on Yelovitz. Plays it back, Vanzella clears. And this will go into the crowd off the bounce. Kick in Utica City. Utica City looking for the equalizer here. Donatelli gave the Blast the lead back midway through the quarter. Back and forth match here tonight. Pressure by Donatelli. Funny bounce off the boards. Now Donatelli has it. Tony cuts to the middle, leaves it for far side. Shot, Thomas off the post. Jamie Thomas rings the post. Here's Donatelli. Tony tries, shoots, saved by Coughlin as he came across and made that play. Guernsey now. Blast now attack with Peruzzi. Tries to go through, Yelovitz blocks that. Herrera now. 3.5 to play, first half.
So, Paul, we mentioned that Gonzalez got back on the field, but he's now behind the bench with a shoe off, ice on his ankle, so he will not be playing the rest of the first half. We'll monitor that injury situation for Utica City.
Guernsey on the far side. There's Peruzzi along the boards. Obasi pushes him down. Foul called on Obasi. Free kick for the Blast. Dos Santos. For Mello. Schindler wins the ball in the corner. Segura forward. Mello steps in on Momo. Momo goes down. Foul called. NDI called. A free kick for Utica City.
So NDI played the ball there. Clearly kicked the ball.
Chad. Andrew's mic's way too loud. Schindler now comes out with it. Here's Obasi. Plays it to the midfield. Here's Bordeaux. Obasi marked by NDI. To the middle. Shot. I think that was blocked inside by Bordeaux. Dos Santos down the boards. Blocked by Callahan. Foul called on Utica City. We'll get a free kick for the Blast.
Obasi just that one touch, the Rocket.
A little louder, Chad. A little louder.
On Utica's number 4, Nate Bordeaux. Free kick Blast.
Dos Santos back for Vanzella. Thomas on the far side. Blast control with approaching 2 minutes left here in the first half. Vanzella for Donatelli. Cuts it through for Endia. Back for Donatelli. Tries to swing it far side. Thomas just too far. Blast will regroup.
Nice job by NDI to win possession there. Gets it to Donatelli. But then Donatelli just too far for Jamie Thomas to complete the great play.
Gama now. Pereira. Marked by Bordeaux. Jawan shoots it wide. Donatelli runs it down. Gama. Back for Donatelli. Gama goes off the boards. Nice play for Dos Santos. Smart play there as Gama used the boards to get the ball to his intended target. Here he is again. Back for Donatelli. Marked by Callahan. Dos Santos a drive. That's deflected by Toby up into the crowd. Corner kick blast with 1:19 left.
That was a gutsy play by Toby. As if he only gets a little bit of that ball, he's deflecting it into his own goal. So gutsy play to get enough of the ball to deflect it over top.
Pereira. Peruzzi's drive. Did that go in? They say no. If they say it hit the post, but I thought that went in, Andrew.
From my angle, it looked like it hit the inside of the post, but not
There's
enough,
a
and that
goal.
won't matter.
Gama! No doubt about that one as he heads it past Coughlin, and the Blast take a 5-3 lead.
Well, we mentioned Gama, the shortest of the point players. Usually the Blast play with the tall, big forwards. Gama, a relatively short player, and what does he do? He scores his goal with his head. Great redirection here as the Blast thought they had a goal in the restart. Came very close and then fought through. We'll see here on the replay. Ball dumped down. Adriano sends it across. We'll see it. Adriano heads it back, and Gama just a great touch.
Time to go 13:52. How about that? Down Andrew Hoxie. Gama steps right in up front.
We're seeing here the replay of the shot. That was close, hard to see. Jamie Thomas with the ball called for the foul as he wins possession of the ball, but called. Vinny Dantas not happy with the call.
There's Coughlin with under a minute to play. Vitali. Coughlin now with some space. Plays to the corner for Yelovitz. Yelovitz marked by Raley. Good turn. Oh, nice feed by Raley there. Double team. And Thomas steals it. Thomas content to clear. Looked for Mello, but too far. Now Dantas with some pressure. Schindler eliminates Mello. Utica City regroups with 20 seconds left. Biggest lead of the game for either side. 5-3 Blast. Here's Yelovitz. Vitali lines it up wide. Schindler, that's blocked away by Vanzella. Cleared. 5 seconds left. Thomas, 3, 2, 1. That'll do it. The Blast cannot get a shot off before time expires. So the Blast will go into the half with a 5-3 lead. Blast get 2 goals in the quarter. Goal by Donatelli at 7:07 of the second quarter. And then Gama with the header at 13:52. Blast win the second quarter and take a 5-3 halftime lead. Villegas with all 3 Utica City goals. Blast got goals from Vinny Dantas, Jamie Thomas, Jonathan Mello, Tony Donatelli, and Gama in that first half. Let's go down to the field, and Andrew Primrose is joined by Baltimore Blast assistant coach David Basco. Andrew?
David, great first half for the Blast. What did you see so far from your guys?
It's taking care of the battles, yeah? When you can take care of your battles, offensively, you open up your execution lanes, you know? So, and that's the key, is when you got a guy taking on a guy, has got to be, go ahead, go at him, right? Just do what you have to do. And defensively, it's very important. One-on-ones, we can't get caught kind of sliding in and double team and let a guy take care of his own and just watch our players.
So speaking of that, you see an old friend here, Obasi, steps out here. You saw those matchups where you saw Tony Donatelli kind of coaching Mo NDI. Don't come over, don't come over. How do you mark up one-on-one with a guy like that?
Well, that's what I'm talking about, right? That's the responsibility as a pro. You got to deal with your battles. Now, when it's on to, support them, then you got to find it early. But what you're finding is that, Obasi is taking the ball, taking his one-on-one. It's waiting for that supporting player to come so he can slip his other guy. That's where we're going to have to stand up, be a man, just handle that. You can handle it as long as we're facing them straight up.
All right, so you guys are playing a little shorthanded tonight. A couple injuries now occurring. Kalu going out at the end of the first half. You have Curtis Kirby on the bench, guy you just signed. Are we going to see him in the second half?
You're always asking me these questions. I don't know. I'm going to have to make you coach. It's first year. This is a game that's going to be tough. This is a game about errors, right? It's a game about mistakes. So no, we want to put them in a position, unless we're forced to put them in, but we don't want to put players in a position where we feel they're going to expose because of their first time playing. And it's very important to keep their mindset and confidence.
All right, fantastic. Good luck in the second half. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
All right, thank you. All right.
That's Baltimore Blast assistant coach David Bascombe for the most comprehensive soccer academy you will ever see. Check out David Bascombe's Football Leadership Academy on and off the field. Teaches youngsters not only the skills on the field, but leadership and how to be a pro off the field as well. You can check it out, bflacademy19@gmail.com. You can hit that email up for more information. And David Bascombe Football Leadership Academy. We're at the half. The Blast lead at 5-3 over Utica City. Andrew Hoxie will join us when we come back here at the half, and we'll have more here. Blast Soccer as they lead 5-3 at the half on NBC Sports Washington.
No, 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 no.
Jack, can I talk to you? I think you need one of these. You're acting like a kid.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Have a blast and score big at Antwerp Automotive. Jack is saying yes to every deal on all new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus discounts up to $15,000 and no payments for 3 months. Now at all 10 Antwerpen locations.
Jack says yes!
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Our country has changed over the last 80 years. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're not just embracing this change, we're driving it in our own backyard. As a local not-for-profit, we're tackling some of the region's biggest health challenges and making care more accessible for you by providing access to digital tools, transforming healthcare for over 3 million of your neighbors, forging new paths to live fearless. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds, the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity. And what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more. And every day, we're proving it.
All right, welcome back to Baltimore halftime. Blast lead at 5-3, joined by Blast forward Andrew Hoxie. Andrew, welcome in, and just talk to us about this season so far, how you think things have been going.
But I thought the second half was one of our best halves that we played, and we're looking sharp, and we got the momentum going into the third quarter, so I'm excited.
Talk about how you're doing. I know you're dealing with the injury right now, but overall life in general is pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, life is great. I mean, obviously, I hate not playing right now, but we got Vinny Dantas out there with the best striker in the league, so I feel okay about that. Also I got a little baby girl about 1 year old, so life is good. Life is good.
Andrew, talk to me about last season. I know you really fought through a lot of injuries in the regular season, but man, what a playoffs. You dominated in the playoffs. Talk about getting that feeling back and really starting to get that rhythm back when you hit the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I try to have that feeling going into every game, but it's hard to, get that feeling out of nowhere. But when push comes to shove and we're backs against the wall, that's when it's time to step up. And those are the times I want to be in the game, I want to be scoring the goals. So I want to score the goals right now, but it's hard to, get that drive. But I'm getting there.
This team, and it just seems as though this team does a nice job of bringing guys back, but then also adding some young guys that, they bring along. Talk about getting that chemistry together and bringing those guys along and help them understand what it is to be not just a professional on the field, but off the field as well.
I mean, the Blast does the best at that. I mean, we got some veterans in the locker room that are really good about bringing the young guys in and teaching them the ways how we do things, And this is a winning organization, and we do things a certain way. So the young guys need to understand that, and they come in and they're respectful. If they're respectful, it's easy to learn the game through some players like Tony Donatelli and Adriano Dos Santos that have been around the game for ages, and they're such quality players. And William Vanzelli, I can go on. But
before I let you go, I have to ask you about the mustache.
The mustache.
Are you still enjoying it? I mean, is it getting old? Are you is this gonna still be the look?
Oh yeah. I don't think I'm gonna shave it unless my wife says she wants me to shave it, which she hasn't yet. I'm gonna keep it going. Maybe get some Rowley fingers curling going there.
Okay. I got the big question is, how much money do you spend in mustache maintenance a month?
It's at least $30 a month, and keeping this bad. Just keeping the food out in general, Just
Hey, Hawks, real quick before we get you off, I do want to ask real quick. You spent your early part of your career up in Rochester. To see Soccer Sam bring that franchise back into the league, what does that mean to you as a former player and guy that was tied so close to the Rochester community?
Well, it's great. First of all, I love Soccer Sam, man. He's such a good guy, and I've learned a lot from him when I played under him when he was the owner. And I'm excited. I mean, they always, I think when I played for them for 2 or 3 years, they led the league in attendance. So they do a good job on getting fans in the stands, and I'm really excited to go up there. It's going to be bittersweet beating them, but we got to do what we got to do. So
Andrew Hoxie, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a few minutes with us. Get on the field, get back quickly.
Will do.
You got Andrew Hoxie with us, back with second half action after the break. Blast Soccer here on NBC Sports Washington. All right, awesome. And then Chad, just let me know when. All right, welcome back to Baltimore. Blast at the half, 5-3 Blast over Utica. Let's take a look at how this all unfolded in the first half. The Blast were the first on the board. Great ball here to Vinny Dantas, and Vinny with that nice cutback in the left foot scores to give the Blast a 1-0 lead. It was all Utica City, though, for a while after that, as Ricardo Diegas scored a hat trick in that first half. There's one. Here comes another one for Diegas before, and that's that save by Coughlin there off of Donatelli, and then Diegas again for Utica City right here in the box. Great ball towards the far post, and then Blast would rally. Vanzella got it started. Great save here by William, who pounces on the loose ball there, and then the Blast would get it going. As Jamie Thomas with a great move here, very Vinny Dantas-like as he pushes it into the corner, ties the goal at 2, or ties the game at 2, and then the Blast with a great feed, Gerson, and Mello goes 5-hole to make it 3-2 Blast. It's 3-3 after 1 quarter of play because it was Ricardo Diegas again. Great run by Obasi, and then Diegas, the beneficiary. Blast would dominate the second quarter, though, as Utica City tried to make a rally. Vanzella with the big save there. And then a great header here. Thomas with some great hustle to the corner. And Tony Donatelli would have the finish midway through the quarter. Give the Blast a 4-3 lead. Blast would extend that to 5-3. And that's where we stand at 1 half of play. Let's go to Andrew, who's down on the field with Ryan Hall. Andrew?
All right, so Ryan, obviously not the first half you wanted, down a couple goals. What are you seeing from you guys so far?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we started out well, and then again, Baltimore applied some pressure, and we catered to that, and we kind of went outside of our game. We made some mistakes. We're not tracking runners, and teams like Baltimore, they'll make you pay. So as long as we clean up, our defensive end and our shifting and our rotations, we'll be all right. But we just can't make stupid, silly mistakes in the back. Nice job, Chad. Especially against Baltimore at home, they make you pay.
What are you seeing from the injury front? Gonzalez, he cut back out after the injury. I noticed he was had some ice on the ankle. Is he going to come back in the second half?
No, we're going to keep him out just for precautionary reasons. He didn't look like he was running naturally. So, we have a couple of extra guys that we have in the lineup. Next man up. So Moy's out for us a game, and, we got some guys that need to prove themselves and stand up and play.
All right, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Ryan Hall readies his team for play here in the second half. Should be a good one here in the second half. It always is between these two. Blast lead it 5-3 right now. We'll also check on the status of Kalu for the Blast. He went out late in that second quarter with an ankle injury. He is on the field behind Danny Kelly right now, though, so we'll see if he's able to go here in the second half for the Blast. Utica City on the field. Nate Bordeaux, Logan Roberts, Darren Toby, Bo Yelovitz, and Liam Callahan on the floor for Utica City. Blast send out Tony Donatelli, Adriano Dos Santos, Vinny Dantas, Jeremy Raley, and Joan Pereira. And William Vanzella heads back between the pipes for the Blast alongside Andrew Coughlin for Utica City. This is the last home game for the Blast here in 2019. Blast will embark on a road trip after this for the rest of the year, and then won't return home until January 4th. Blast are at Florida, at Orlando, at Rochester, and at Utica City to wrap up the 2019 portion of the season before a 3-game homestand. And folks, circle the calendars because January 4th, the Blast play Florida. January the 20th, Sonora is here in Baltimore, and then the 24th, or 25th, I should say, it's San Diego. So great matchups in the month of January here at CQ Arena. Utica City plays it. Yelovitz marked by Dos Santos. And now Callahan on the far side. Bordeaux runs it down in the corner. Good job there to keep the possession alive for Utica City. Coughlin helps out Toby here across the yellow line and dumps it to the corner for Yelovitz. Hits the corner of the boards and goes high into the air. Ball still loose. Donatelli flags it down, and Darren Toby wins the ball back for Utica City. Obasi steps on the floor, And exchanges passes now with Andrew Coughlin. Utica City has been a while since they scored. All the way back to the first quarter. Schindler. Ball back for Obasi now. Picked up by Pereira.
You heard from Andrew Hoxie at the halftime interview. He said that was the best quarter the Blast have played all season.
Yeah. Solid defensively, got 2 goals as well. And they look to build on that here in the third. Schindler to the far side. Villegas, a little flick to the box.
Ooh.
Segura tried to run through, but Pereira is able to play it over top.
Really, and Pereira not kidding. Ooh, Obasi.
You don't want to let that go. So Obasi was kind of in no man's land there. Vanzella gets a piece and then gathers it in for the Blast.
We're going to have a stoppage here as Adriano reaches down.
Dos Santos slow to get up.
Man, Dieguez almost had his 4th goal. Did you see that ball sneak by William on the near side? Adriano looked like maybe dealing with a turned ankle or cramps. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe a cramp. Reaching down for that left ankle. No trainer yet. Heather Kolbus still on the Blast bench.
And we'll see Kalu step back on. It was kind of 50-50 in terms of whether or not he would play, but I guess they decided pretty quickly that 50-50 was he's good to go. So we'll see Kalu out there. But much like how Ryan Hall said he was monitoring Gonzalez running, I'm sure Heather and the rest of the Blast bench will be keeping an eye on Kalu and seeing how he's moving.
Amazing story. I was glad he was back on the field, Kalu was, because it's an amazing story. Here's Melo's shot that's blocked by Toby. Kalu is from Newtown, Connecticut, and grew up there. Of course, this is the anniversary shot saved by Coughlin by Endia. It's the anniversary of the shooting in Newtown, and really soccer a big building block to recovery in Newtown, and Kalu part of that. Yelovitz, again marked by Dos Santos. Coughlin has it.
Great story, both him and India. I signed in the middle of the season last year, guys we hadn't heard much about. Kind of that rare mid-season acquisition, guys that didn't have experience and got worked in pretty quickly. David Bascom talked about how you don't like to throw guys in situations where they're not going to be successful through injuries and everything else. The Blast had no choice but to kind of throw them into the fire. And Kalu especially, I mean, India, a lot of talent, and he'll learn and grow into it. But Kalu, I mean, he started the home opener this year. He's playing on that back line. He had a goal in the first game. I mean, he's playing fantastic.
And some nifty footwork there by Kalu to get it out for the Blast and a break. Here's Melo. Melo stops on a dime. Leaves his defender in the dust.
How do you run that fast and then stop that quickly?
Now here's the ball in the corner for NDI. Back for Rayleigh. Kind of a slow start here to the second half. Each team kind of feeling the other one out.
It's that, we're throwing jabs. Nobody wants to overcommit. 2-goal lead in this building is nothing for either team. The Blast don't feel comfortable, and Utica doesn't feel out of it.
Quick chip. Rayleigh tried for Gama and the header in the box. That would have been an amazing goal there. Gama couldn't quite get there, and be a kick in for Utica City.
So go back to that first game. I mean, it was 8-5 at one point, and then Utica City scored 2 goals to make it close.
It was 6-6, tied. Blast scored 2 to make it 8-6.
Yes.
They got the 6th attacker goal to make it 8-6, and then Utica City came back and scored again.
Right.
And the Blast had to kill the last minute of play before they came away with the victory.
Right, it looked like it was sealed, but nothing in this building is sealed.
No, never. Oh, great ball on the back line for Gama.
Gama should have had his second goal there.
Here's a chance for Gerson. Gordy is run off by Obasi.
Over by Obasi.
Uses that big frame to win the ball.
Guernsey's a great defender in this league. That's a match that the Blast do not want to see out there.
Coughlin comes forward. He can't cross the midfield stripe until the fourth quarter. For those of you just joining and watching the game for the first time, goalkeeper has to move the ball in 5 seconds and cannot cross midfield before the fourth quarter.
That was a rule change that was put in place because of this arena and the other small arenas across the league. Kind of a shift in the style of play.
Goalkeepers were coming across and like taking shots from just outside the yellow.
Andrew Coughlin being the chief one. Andrew Coughlin was playing as a 6th attacker.
Obasi marked by Pereira. Wow. Schindler. Room. Oh, Vanzella with the foot makes that save. Textbook goalkeeping right there from William Vanzella.
I love getting the chance to talk with David at halftime, and he talks about this guy's just a wealth of soccer knowledge. I mean, he knows so much about the sport and indoor soccer in particular and how to do that. And you just, you know, when he talks about those switches and how to have that patience, I mean, it's exactly what he's saying to the guys. And being a professional player, just staying on the ball. You can see the help there.
Yeah, shot blocked. Vanzella was diving for that one. Never got to him.
And then Juan Pereira, I got it. It's my guy, I got him. And that pride, and he wants him again.
Stepping up to the challenge here.
Now, Bossi's just playing one-on-one right now.
Boudreau, that's blocked, or should I say Bordeaux, that's blocked. Coughlin regathers. A lot of possession time here for Utica City.
Well, but it's interesting because it's not a lot of movement. You know, when Bossi's on there, it's a lot of possession of him one-on-one, and it can change quickly, but
Matali's drive, that's parried over the glass. Vanzella right there to make that one as well.
I thought they called goal kick there, but I was like, no, he clearly saved that.
Yeah, clearly parried that over the glass. Yeah. Corner here for Segura and Utica City's Diegas lurking on this near side.
Every time. Vinny, we go on this line.
Good ball here, Obasi far side. Doesn't crank it up. Now drags it to the corner for Yelovitz. I would think Obasi would just crank one eventually, right?
Well, he's gotten one poke in so far.
Trying to go left. Blas will just not let him go there. Remember, the goal that was scored, he had to drag the ball down the corner on the right foot.
And then sent it across, yeah.
Here's Toby. And I guess at that point, you just tip your hat and go, well, what are you going to do?
Kalu trying to get around Yelovitz.
Good luck with that. Oh, ball comes through and deflects back towards Vanzella. Referee just kind of shrugged his shoulders as Yelovitz looked at him. Dantas with some room. Toe poke is blocked.
That'll be 3 lines.
And 3-line violation is called. It was a block. It was a block. It's a block, but it goes 3 lines.
Yeah, it's a 3-line deflection. Toby's arguing. I mean, it's clearly a rule. I mean, it's bad luck.
They should probably change that rule, but it's a rule.
Yeah.
All right, here's Peruzzi on the near side. Donatelli directing traffic. Here's Peruzzi. He's going to play it to the corner. Oh, inside. Raley looking for somebody. I'm not sure who it was.
I think Peruzzi was supposed to make that run, but he thought he was making a much shallower run than Raley did.
Drop ball along the boards here. Try to keep the players. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They try to keep the players as safe as possible, and that's a dangerous situation there along the boards when you got 3 or 4 guys kicking at each other.
Dangerous situation for Heather, the athletic trainer down there.
Steal by the Blast. Here's Dantas. Dantas stops on the dime. Crosses it. Donatelli to the middle, cuts it back. Toby, though, nice defensive play and nice work by Bordeaux that time to force Donatelli to the other side where he got defensive help.
A treat it is to watch these 2 teams play technically sound defensive soccer, going back and forth against each other. It's fun.
Schindler steps on. Drive by Segura is up into the crowd. Timeout on the floor. Almost 8 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. We are scoreless here in the 3rd. Blast lead at 5-3. Back with more after the break on NBC Sports Washington.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Back in Baltimore, Blast lead at 5-3 over Utica City. Waiting for our first goal here in the third quarter.
Really only 2 goals, so it was 3-3 at the end of the first quarter, and it's been 2 goals since. Blast scoring those 2, and that's the difference in the game. But it's been great, entertaining soccer even without the goals.
Yeah, Diegas scored the last Utica City goal at the 13:49 mark of the first quarter. So the Utica City Football Club at 16 and almost 24 minutes without a goal.
Yeah. And they've played well. They've had chances. William Van Zmel has made a couple big saves. It's 2 good teams playing good soccer.
Pereira on Roberts' far side.
That's a great matchup.
Good defensive play by Roberts to stay right with him into the corner. Dos Santos now Momo. Dos Santos gets taken down. Foul called on Momo. Momo sporting the orange shoes along with Logan Roberts. Mello. Here's Pereira now. Juwan takes on Callahan. Into the box. NDI can't get a foot on it. Got a foot on it, but was blocked by Schindler. Pereira gets pulled down. That's going to be called. Another foul call on Utica City. It's Diegas this time. It'll be Mello on that far side again with the free kick. Toe poke off of Diegas, goes to the mesh. Corner kick Blast now. No Pereira, no Peruzzi this time. Mello back. Shot, Guernsey, that's blocked. Kalu keeps it alive. It's still loose. And what's the call here? Foul called on Kalu for holding. And Schindler puts it back in play to Coughlin.
It's a real nice shot there by Guernsey. A lot of traffic in the middle there, but he got a real good job of getting over top of that shot. It's hard in that situation not to sky it. He got down, drove a nice shot, but
Obasi and Thomas going at it. Schindler back for Segura. Segura's been quiet tonight. He's got 6 goals on the year. He's always played well against the Blast, but right now, for his first goal here tonight. Dangerous play there. Mello a little frustrated he didn't get that one. NDI with some pressure. Guernsey kicks it away. NDI drags it through. Great reaction by Obasi to prevent a scoring chance there for the Blast.
Obasi won that ball with NDI, and if he didn't, the Blast clearly would have had a great scoring opportunity. Sam Guernsey with a beautiful play. One-on-one, getting the deflection and winning possession.
Segura leaves it back for Coughlin. Now here's Obasi again. This time NDI up to the challenge.
Well, we'll see if he is. A lot of space over there, and he does win it. Great job by NDI.
Thomas rubbed out by Bordeaux. And now Thomas will pressure Coughlin. Toby. Good ball off the boards for Yelovitz.
It's been interesting is noticed is with Obasi taking that much possession time up high, Yelovitz is not getting the ball down low as much as he's used to.
Exactly.
And it's really changed the flow of this Utica City offense.
Momo.
You wonder how much that also impacts Segura getting the balls back off of Yelovitz down low.
It's been a different dynamic right now for Utica City. Toby, near side for Segura. You know, it doesn't matter when you add players, no matter the talent level, it's an adjustment period. Talking about chemistry.
Yeah, you see that down in Florida. They're trying to learn that system, right? You got a lot of great pieces there, but can you put that together into a cohesive team and play? And, you know, unfortunately for Utica City, Obasi, a late addition. He didn't get camp with them. He's, you know, just learning on the fly. So what they're playing now is not necessarily how they're going to be playing come playoff time.
Great step in by Diegas. Now a steal for the Blast. Here's Guernsey. Guernsey can't keep it alive. NDI wins the ball, though. And Muhammad plays it back for Kalu. The Blast would like some possession time here. It's been all Utica City here in the third quarter, but they haven't scored a goal. Donatelli. Gama comes to the ball at the target. Spins along the boards, but Toby eliminates him. Nice defensive play by Darren Toby. Diegas, double team, turns it back over.
We haven't seen a lot of Vinny Dantas in this quarter.
There's Gama. Rayleigh. And back for Donatelli.
That's been interesting, and I noticed now he's down on the bench and he's got his hand taped again. That right hand he had the cast on for most of last season, and I see it's now taped again. So
Rayleigh lets it go through, and Dos Santos runs on. Peruzzi back for Donatelli. As we approach 3 minutes left in the third, next goal is huge in this game. Ball deflected. Dos Santos steps in, and they'll call the foul.
Not sure how they can call the foul there, as Dos Santos' foot was clearly out of the box. I mean, he's playing the ball outside the box there.
I think you're erring on the side of caution of protecting the goalkeeper there. Right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's a pretty smart play. This time, Coughlin gets across the yellow line, but Utica City can't control it in the offensive end, and now Aaron pass, and Schindler's forced all the way back. Gama with pressure. Dangerous play by Bordeaux. He plays the boards, and Callahan able to support there on that far side. Ben Raymond back on the floor. Raymond hasn't gotten a lot of run here tonight with Obasi.
Yeah, you're right.
Schindler makes a run. Gama stays with him. Good ball for Yelovitz. He'll play it back for Coughlin now. 2:10 left in the third quarter. Basically, Utica City just running around, possessing the ball. Really no scoring chances so far. Ball into the corner. Diegas falls down.
Oh.
A late whistle. Wow.
And then they're going to get Peruzzi, as Dantas does come back on, but they're going to get Peruzzi for a delay of game.
Well, that's the second one on the Blast.
Well, one was an encroachment warning.
That's a huge break for Utica City. They're going to get a real advantageous restart.
I mean, his hands were up.
And I don't know where he's putting the ball.
Wow.
All right, big chance here for Utica City on the set piece.
Trying to get back. Preside. Yelovitz way up high here. Timeout. That's a great call.
Timeout Utica City here with 1:57 left.
We'll stay in. Let's see if we can get a replay on that play, guys, if there's an option to see that. As it looked like it was pretty clear that the official on that side didn't make the call at all. It was the far side official that looked to pull that up here. And from our angle, it looked like Adriano's hands were well up. I mean, I don't know what exactly that was called there. Let's see here. No, did we get it? We'll try and pull that up here, but either way, the Blast now have to deal with the reality of the situation where there'll be a restart deep in their own end. And it's interesting, William Van Zella not going back and talking with the team as they're drawing up the defense. He's staying out alone. All right, here we'll see the full replay. So the ball gets worked down in. Adriano Dos Santos down low. And, I mean, his hands are up and the guy falls down.
Tough call there. Tough call there, no question. We'll see if the Blast can defend this set piece. Remind everyone the MASL podcast returns for this season. Join us to talk with the players, officials, and coaches from across the league. Take you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast on Apple Podcasts. All right, so Utica City sends out Schindler, Segura, Darren Toby, Yelovitz, and Diegas. Two-man wall for the Blast, Dantas and Pereira. Donatelli, Dos Santos, and Kalu on the floor as well for the Blast.
So Segura now all far.
Good pass back, Yelovitz. Oh, he almost made the third deck. The Bronx cheer by the fans for Yelovitz, and probably more for the officials there.
Well, Western New York should be used to wide right?
Wow.
Sorry.
All right, so just goalkeeper distribution for William Vanzella. Well, if you didn't have any fans before, you sure don't have any now.
All in good fun.
Dantas off the boards. Guernsey wins it back for Rayleigh, and far side Pereira. Marked by Obasi, goes around Onawa. Good recovery there defensively, and Yelovitz falls down. Referee keeps his whistle, rightly so. Here's Pereira on Yelovitz. Oh, Juwan, take it away. Bo, offensive end off the boards. That was not well met.
Blast will have a chance the other way if they hustle.
Rayleigh comes free far side. Jeremy stops along the turn. Runs into Bordeaux. Mello taken down by Bordeaux. Referee says play on. Pereira eliminates 2 Utica City players. And the whistle blows. Segura gets up, and it'll be a free kick for Utica City with 1:07 left in the third. Coughlin for Toby. Blast with some high pressure now.
So we did see some Vinny Dantas got on there. That shift, saw some option from him, but NDI steps back on at the point. Haven't seen Adriano shift up. I guess that's kind of eliminated with your defensive depth issues.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Well, you wonder too also if you maybe, your 2-goal lead versus a 2-goal deficit,
Sure.
you try and generate more offense.
Oh, nice read by William. Mello.
Williams spilled there by Logan Roberts, and Williams down.
No stop play here. Williams grabbing his head.
I think him and Logan Roberts William made that play out with his feet, went out, and I think him and Logan Roberts collided. Williams ran back and then went down. See Diegas over to talk to him.
He's up.
Of course, we saw that 2 seasons ago with a head injury where the player stayed in. Clearly shouldn't have. Yeah,
that was a crazy game against St. Louis.
St. Louis.
That was the game.
Yeah.
William was injured.
William got hurt, and then the other goal was
He injured his groin and really shouldn't have played. He tried to play but couldn't.
Right.
Pat Healy became the 6th attacker forever.
Yeah. And then their goalie.
Their goalie got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Here, you'll see Vanzella up and walking around.
St. Louis goalie out on his feet. So he was clearly concussed.
He actually kept playing and finished the game.
Yeah, that was the crazy part. Yeah. All right, we'll see. I don't know. I guess they awarded possession to Utica here.
Okay.
I thought that was more of a.
I guess they're not going to kick the ball down the floor this time, huh?
Yeah. Well.
All right, 20 seconds left. I thought the Blast had possession of the ball when William went down.
Blast aren't arguing it. So, I mean, I saw the ball come to a board. I'm not sure when they blew the whistle officially.
Ooh, dangerous pass there by Coughlin. Here comes Obasi. Leaves it for Schindler. He's going to try to crank it up. Comes across, shoots. That's blocked. Obasi gets the rebound. Callahan with 4 left. Callahan shot blocked by Donatelli. 2 seconds, 1 second. That'll do it for the quarter. A scoreless third quarter here in Baltimore. The Blast will head to the 4th, up 5-3. Back with 4th quarter action after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington. Welcome back to Baltimore. Fourth quarter just about underway. Blast lead at 5-3 over Utica City. Don't forget, outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune into Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio.
And take a look at the third quarter stats. Shots 6-4 in favor of Utica City. The story of the game, though, on the stat sheet to me, 13 fouls for the Baltimore Blast, only 5 for Utica City there. So that'll be something interesting to watch as they accumulate in the fourth quarter here. But Utica City with a clear advantage with the officiating right now.
I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into that. Are the Blast being more physical? We've got to ask that question. Foul called here on Utica City.
Yelovich said yes. Yes, that was a foul.
Mello resets things. He's got to hurry here. He's already at the 3 count. Quick drive. Raley couldn't get that. Schindler blocked it to the corner. Toe poke out to the wing. Callahan can't clear. Blast try to win it. Peruzzi does. In front of Bordeaux. Now Utica City will pressure. Dos Santos stolen away by Schindler.
Well, the one thing the Blast can't do in the fourth quarter is be content with the lead. Possession is great, but they need to continue to generate scoring opportunities. We've seen it time and time again in this arena.
Look at this! Oh, Vanzella with a mistake, a near disaster there. Quick touch off the boards. Vanzella, what's the call here?
Adriano's going to get called for a handball in the box.
This is a big call here. This will be a penalty kick.
So the question becomes, did Adriano, I mean, it clearly looked like it redirected. Was Adriano's ball hand moving, or was it just incidental contact? Was it close to his body? Was it extended?
Nah, this will be a penalty kick.
Well, I mean, it's awarded. Yeah, no doubt about it. I guess the question becomes, was it earned?
It all started with the mishap along the Blast goal line.
I mean, he swung his arm. He swung his arm and hit his arm. It was clearly inadvertent, but that's a penalty, and Segura will have a chance to get his goal here.
Well, the Blast are 100% on the penalty kill, so that'll kill this if he can put this home. Vanzella waits for Segura. Shoots and scores. Segura with the penalty kick, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's 5-4.
Well, William guessed right sidewise, but Segura just buries it with authority. As you can see, William tries to go down low, and he almost kicked it behind William a little bit.
Time to go 106, the penalty kick goal. Goal number 7 on the season for Segura.
His 4th goal here in this arena. I think he likes playing against Baltimore. You could say that all the way back to his time against
Kalu with the steal. NDI in the corner off the boards in front. It's deflected and into the hands of Coughlin.
Kalu did a good job getting foot on the ball, but fortunately right into Coughlin's chest.
Oh, the dynamic of this one sure has changed.
Well, that's why the Blast just couldn't. I mean, to the point we were making earlier, Blast just cannot be content with playing possession soccer. They have to keep trying to score.
We talked about the scoring drought for Utica City earlier. Last time the Blast scored a goal was the 13:52 mark of the second quarter. So their scoreless streak now reaching about 18 minutes. Right foot by Obasi off of Kalu. NDI kicks it back to the midfield. Darren Toby collects it there. Schindler comes on. Schindler, Bordeaux, and Obasi on the floor for Utica City. That's an interesting. Obasi runs through, shoots, save. Bordeaux scores!
Obasi off the creation. Obasi didn't possess the ball. The ball worked down to the Utica City, and then they came back out to Obasi. And that was just a great play. As you see here, Yelovich was able to tee it back out, and then Obasi with the shot, and then the finish there. So Obasi, it's better player coming off the ball than doing that one-on-one, and the Utica City offense is a better offense when that's happening.
Bordeaux from Obasi.
And here we are, tied 5-5. So the Blast 2-goal lead, just like that, gone.
2 goals in 1:26 for Utica City. And here they come again. Yelovich clears it to the Blast side. 12 minutes to play, tied at 5. Last time we were tied at 6 in the fourth quarter. Raley, corner for Dantas. Schindler pushes Raley away.
And now look, Adriano's playing up high.
Raley circles back. And Thomas, Raley, and Dos Santos on the floor together. More Adriano playing the midfield right now. Vanzella for NDI, marked by Toby. Touches for Mello, he wasn't expecting that. Out comes Utica City, Vitali double teamed. Thomas, pushed by Vitali, foul called. Mello comes to the bench. Donatelli steps on for the Blast. NDI steps in front of Toby, plays it from the turf. Kalu with a bad pass. Oh, turnover here, chance for Utica City. Kalu tries, can't get a foot on it, it's loose. Donatelli heads it away. Kalu rallies. Donatelli gets kicked in the leg. He's down, he kicks it out of play. Defensive clearance. Blast want a foul. Referee says no.
So not only is that's going to be a top of the arc restart.
Correct. Defensive clearance on Donatelli.
Not only is the foul not called, but it'll result in another scoring opportunity for Utica City.
So chance here on the set piece here for Utica City. Segura looks like he'll preside here. A tough start to the fourth quarter here for the Blast. Why are the Blast arguing where to stand?
Every time.
They'll move forward when he steps away. They always do. There you go.
Back in the exact same spot. Both teams do it.
Far side, great hustle. Foul called on Utica City this time. Is that far side officials made that call twice now, but once on the Blast, once on Utica City. Kick in Blast. That's a 3-liner. Manzella makes that mistake, so Williams made a couple mistakes here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's really uncharacteristic for Williams. That was unforced. I mean, there's no pressure there. It's a restart. Now, what Williams was thinking there is brain fart. It happens, but
I'm thinking Yelovich is going to wind up here. Nope. Plays it Obasi instead to the corner. It's loose. It's kicked away. Yelovich off Dantas. Guernsey steps in. Mello steps in. Obasi gets it back, and now Coughlin pressured by Mello. Dantas tries to double team. It's loose near the box, and Schindler comes away with it. Great ball to the far side. Shot and a goal. Diego scores number 4, and Utica City has 3 straight and the lead.
How does that pressure turn into a scoring opportunity in 5 seconds? I mean, it's unbelievable. Schindler's stumbling out there. Coughlin's pressed. The ball comes all the way back down the field, and 2 seconds later, here you look, you see Schindler's ready to fall on his rear end as he's going. One pass, it's down, and then Gonzalez. I mean, this field is kind of crazy in how it allows those kind of things. And we see a stoppage of play here, and we'll have a timeout. Baltimore, I guess, is going to call a timeout. So right outside the window.
Is this the media timeout or no?
Well, it technically should not be because it's outside the 10-minute window. So we should still get another stoppage, the first stoppage. The house rules being anything from 10 to 8 minutes, and a team timeout is not a stoppage.
All right, so the
be.
4:42, the first 4:42 of the fourth. Utica City has scored 3 goals. Segura, Bordeaux, and Diegas. And just like that, they take the lead 6-5. Remind everybody that the Blast would like to thank Miter for providing today's match ball. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2.
NDI, Pereira, Donatelli, Dos Santos, and Kalu. Bordeaux, Yelovitz, Obasi, Schindler, and Callahan for Utica City. The Blast look a little shell-shocked, don't they, Paul? They look a little
on their heels a little bit.
Rattled.
That's how fast it can happen here. NDI goes forward. It comes off the boards, and they'll call a foul here.
NDI grabbing the back.
Callahan that time rammed NDI into the boards on that far side.
Big good chance for the Blast. Kalu's got a lot of space up high if the ball can work around to him.
Good step over by Yelovitz. Chip to Dos Santos, drives it off the top of the boards. Out of play. It'll be a kick in for Utica City.
Adriano been working on that all year with his beach soccer experience. I'm sure the sand felt a little more comfortable to fall on than that turf. Bossy trying to go against Juwan again.
Here we are, same situation, right? It's crazy, dangerous pass there. Coughlin hits Obasi right in the hand, and they don't see that. Fans are irate about that.
It was a natural reaction for Obasi. He was going to get hit in the gut, and he just made the save. And
Dos Santos for Vanzella, runs for Thomas. Hits the official, actually helped the Blast. NDI turns, finds Dos Santos in the midfield. Rayleigh runs on for the Blast. Dos Santos waits. Near side Donatelli swings it down for NDI. Muhammad will back it back out for the Blast.
Dantas come back on.
Vinny's been silent here in the second half. Not a lot of time. Now he was on for one of the set pieces for Utica City, but not much.
Great time for him to reappear.
Thomas, space. Schindler cuts him off. And Jamie has to regroup in the midfield. 8:40 left in the fourth. Donatelli. Just plays short for Rayleigh. Peruzzi steps on. Good ball here for Dos Santos, drives it wide. Dantas runs it down, that's blocked. Defensive clearance here for Vitali. Top of the arc restart for the Blast.
Great opportunity here for the Blast. Peruzzi, Dos Santos, Dantas on the field. Mello comes on.
Kalu comes on and they wave it back off.
Tony saying, what are you thinking?
Dantas back heels for Peruzzi. It's in front. Loose. And again, we'll say off of the Blast. Callahan down. And the Utica City dodges a bullet there.
Well, they're going to call a foul there on Dos Santos. I thought Dos Santos got fouled. Dos Santos clearly pulled off the ball there, but officials disagree.
Well, the officials calling it tight on the restarts tonight. No question about it. Both ways. Toby, far side, Coughlin.
Only one card tonight.
Obasi on Dantas.
Well, it was a decisive one, as it's been
That's been the turning point. Was the handball on Dos Santos early in the fourth that kind of triggered the 3-goal run for Utica City.
And Obasi not getting the call. Of course, that wouldn't have been a penalty kick, but
pressure by Mello. Roberts Tries to go by. Diegas has 4 tonight.
Nifty little touch by Segura to send it around.
A little bit of a cycle here for Utica City as they spread the ball around. Guernsey goes down. Segura, far side. Utica City really making the Blast chase here. They have come out and played extremely well here in the 4th quarter. Not just the 3 goals, but possession time, defensively, the whole bit. It's been top-notch by Utica City here in the 4th.
Almost a mistake there as Coughlin works around to Abassi, but Peruzzi unable to capitalize.
Kalu steals. Kalu run off by Yelovitz. Abassi in the middle. Near side Diegas, 6:35 left.
Dantas just doesn't look right, does he? It looks like he's not moving at full speed. Hope he's okay.
Need to point out the Blast haven't scored the entire half.
It's 24 minutes since their last goal.
Good ball here by Coughlin. Skips past Schindler. Vandella scoops it up with 6 minutes to play. Really up the boards for Donatelli. Good
Nice
cross-field
ball.
pass. Here's Pereira with some room. Pereira cuts to the middle. Leaves it for Raley. Raley shot and a save by Coughlin there. Raley steps in, finds Donatelli in the midfield. Cuts it back for Pereira now. Thomas circles back. There's Jamie on the far side.
NDI calling for the ball. He had the post position on Vitali, but they couldn't find him.
5.5 to play now. Pereira near side Thomas. There's Jamie with a run. Off the boards in front, that goes by everyone. Blast regroup. Pereira at the midfield. Raley now. Thomas directing traffic. Thomas on Schindler. Turns, shoots it wide. Comes off funny. Here's Donatelli with the drive. That stays in play. And now a defensive clearance. Error there by Utica City. Schindler kicks it out of play. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. The media timeout. The Blast will talk about it as we go to break. 4:59 left in the 4th. It's Utica 6, Blast 5. Back with more here on NBC Sports Washington.
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting for? No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Campbell.
Uh-huh.
What kind of power you got?
Oh, man, you know I got some soul power.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. This could be the greatest night of our lives.
We shut them down because we can.
They don't know your heart.
On this team, we fight for that inch.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go.
Blast. Mello presides here. Inside Dantas. Back for Mello. Peruzzi now near side. Good job defensively. Mello mishits it. Yelovitz takes it away. Yelovitz pushes Mello to the floor. Foul called on Bo. Puts his hands up asking why. And
every time.
So the Blast come up empty on the restart.
That being said, probably got to be hard playing as a giant among the little guys.
Dangerous pass there. Donatelli goes down, foul called on Bordeaux.
Melo's unhappy about the advantage. He's saying you got to let him play there.
Such a hard foul that the official felt he had to blow the whistle, but I get it. There's Donatelli now. Melo flashes out. Back for Vanzella, 4:40 to play.
No panic for the Blast. So much time.
Dantas in front, shot and a goal! Melo from Dantas, and we're tied at 6.
See, plenty of time. Well, just no panic in this team. They've been in this situation so many times. We see the ball down from William Vanzella. Dantas with a great feed through, and he finds his buddy Melo, and it finds the back of the net.
What a run. What a run here by Melo from near the yellow line. He beats Callahan to the spot and puts it up under the bar.
Dantas knows exactly where he's going to be. I mean, that's the thing. Dantas had his back to Melo the whole run, but still was able to put it in there. And that's just something, those two playing together for so long, knowing each other. And you see the hug there between the two.
Time of the goal, 10:29. Here we are again, tied at 6.
It's the last 4 minutes. We haven't seen overtime here in a while. That could be fun. I think we get paid hourly, right?
Something like that.
All right.
Here's Obasi now. Blocked by Peruzzi. Schindler with some space.
Oh, look at that shot.
Saved by Vanzella.
Not only was that a well-meant shot, it had some spin on it from that toe poke and was continuing to bend around William.
Play back for Coughlin now. Pressure by NDI. Good ball to the corner. Diegas. Quick shot there. Vanzella with a save, and he pounces on it.
Not only to get that save, but to get the rebound there. You and Lee talked about it a lot the last game, how important it is to control that parry. He did it there, the last second.
Toby heads into the corner, but now the double team comes.
That's some grown man soccer down there in that corner. But Thomas Good called for the foul. He wants Toby called for the elbow to the face.
Utica City now will play through Coughlin.
The continuing education of Mo Ndiaye. On that restart, Juwan Pryor screaming at him, move over, cut off the pass, force them to go up the field with the ball. Juwan unhappy that Ndiaye didn't see him. And that's what you talk about, that blast way of soccer, right? Those little things, how to play. And Ndiaye will learn that. He's got the physical talent. You can see there he wins the one-on-one matchup with Obasi. But, you know, mentally, can he pick up these little things to learn how to play the game?
Dangerous play there. With it. Blast wanted a 5-second call. Yelovich plays it off his arm twice. Second time they call it. Played it off the elbow the first time and then the other arm the second time.
Melo's got some space.
Yeah, Melo in the middle. Touches the far side for Dantas. Vinny on Schindler. Toe poke! Oh! Big save by Coughlin on the toe poke.
How? Andrew Coughlin like a cat. Wow, Vinny Dantas, so cheeky. How did he get that shot off that quickly?
Quick touch there. Oh, good ball. Good play by Raley.
Man, has he played well tonight. Just solid defensively.
Laser beam for Dantas. Obasi steps in. Takes it away. Dantas needs to hustle back. And he does. Obasi stops play in the midfield. Approaching the 2-minute mark left here, fourth quarter. Tied at 6. Expect nothing less from these two clubs.
Coughlin will cross midfield as he's allowed to do.
Holds it for about 4 seconds. Good ball here. Toby can't cut it towards the middle.
Thomas got hit in the face again by Toby.
Under 2 to play. Obasi, here we go again. This time Melo.
Thomas the help on the left side if he tries to go to the middle.
How many times have we seen this? Like 20 tonight?
It's one-on-one basketball. I mean, it's a point guard that's just driving. It's James Harden in basketball terms. And you know, I'm interested to see Ryan Hall's feelings on that. I mean, I guess sometimes that's a good offense, but other times, you know, I feel like it's clearly messed with the flow, and you've seen the offense look better doing other things. Jamie Thomas with some space.
Thomas has it, 1:15 left. NDI steps in. He can't take the ball away, though. They'll play a far side for Obasi with 1:05 left. We approach the last minute of play here, fourth quarter. Coughlin will play it in the midfield.
Paul, I think the next goal is going to be big.
Coughlin drives one into the mesh. You think? Hey, Andrew, that's pretty prophetic.
That's that's some solid analysis here. 55 seconds left. The Blast have it in them for one last goal. Of course, Utica City with nothing more than to win one here in Baltimore.
Gonzalo to the corner. NDI wins it. Drags it through. Crosses inside. Now the race is on. Roberts and Kalu. Roberts wins it. In front, Vanzello the save. Kalu clears. Nifty play there. Here comes Pereira the other way, 37 to play. Pereira crosses. Header by NDI. Back out the other side. Muhammad with the ball on his head. Couldn't finish. In front, NDI taken down in the box. It goes out of play. It'll be a kick-in or a free kick for Utica City with 27 seconds left.
2,000 fans in CQ Arena standing up on their feet, and we'll have a 3-line violation from Schindler, so the Blast catch a break here. They'll get a restart with 25 seconds left as this crowd is on its feet. This is soccer at its finest, folks. Two great teams going at each other. Third game out of 4. Pereira, Raley, Dantas, Donatelli, and Peruzzi.
Here we go. Pereira touchback. Dantas, that's
deflected.
Blocked, deflected into the crowd. Corner kick.
No, they're going to call Raley for a foul. They're going to call a foul on Raley on the restart. The fourth time now.
Fourth set piece the officials called a foul on here in this game.
Off the ball. 4 times now.
Coughlin gives it away.
Mello taken down by Segura.
Mello wanted the card. He was in front of Segura, headed to the offensive end, but they'll just call the foul here with 21 seconds left.
I don't think that was a card. I think he clearly had defenders back. It wasn't a last man situation.
I don't know if that was a card. It was definitely not a card with 21 seconds left.
Right. Well, yeah.
Say what you want about calling fouls and calling penalties like all the time.
Mello tries to find Dantas in the middle. He can't. Peruzzi.
Daniel wanted that one, but it really didn't settle down well for him.
I'll tell you what, those fans in about the 15th or 16th row are real lucky there's a net there.
And 12 seconds left here at goalkeeper distribution for Coughlin.
So Coughlin's going to get a lot of space to throw this down. Interesting, Obasi's down low, forcing Dantas to stay up high. William just at the edge of his box, parries it away.
Dantas steps in. Segura heads it down. Shot, save, 2 seconds, 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 2019, we'll go to overtime.
Free soccer.
So Mello gets the equalizer at 10:29. Segura, Bordeaux, and Diegas score for Utica City in the fourth quarter. And for the first time in 2019-2020, overtime, free soccer here in Baltimore. Take a timeout. We'll come back with overtime after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity, and what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more, and every day, we're proving it.
Our country has changed over the last 80 years. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're not just embracing this change, we're driving it in our own backyard. As a local not-for-profit, we're tackling some of the region's biggest health challenges and making care more accessible for you by providing access to digital tools, transforming healthcare for over 3 million of your neighbors, forging new paths to live fearless. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield.
No, 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 no.
Jack, can I talk to you? I think you need one of these. You're acting like a kid.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Have a blast and score big at Antwerp Automotive. Jack is saying yes to every deal on all new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus discounts up to $15,000 and no payments for 3 months. Now at all 10 Antwerpen locations.
Jack says yes!
Welcome back to Baltimore. Overtime here at CQ Arena. Blast and Utica City tied at 6. Utica City out shooting the Blast 29-26. 16 saves tonight for William Vanzella. Utica City starts things here in the overtime session. Blast took a 5-3 lead to the fourth. Segura, Bordeaux, and Diego scored for Utica City. Jonathan Mello, the equalizer. Mello's third goal of the season, I should say, 2 tonight. Tied it at 6.
Looks like Logan Roberts has stepped off the bench, grabbing his right hamstring. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes back on the field. He looks getting stretched out behind the bench now.
All right, here we go. 10 minutes. Sudden victory. We don't have sudden victory in 10 minutes. We'll have a shootout. Quickly, Dantas into the offensive end. A whole host of players can end this game with one shot here tonight. Kalu's shot! That's parried away by Coughlin. The city clears.
Herrera hit in the face, not called.
Johan runs off Yelovich. Yelovich wins the ball though, and can only get as far as Dos Santos. Kalu now. Kalu, nice ball in front. Coughlin comes out to make that play. Off the boards, Dos Santos. Here's Kalu. Donatelli now at the yellow line.
For the Blast, no fear, no concern here. They've done this so many times. The weird thing is doing it here at home. We're used to doing it on the road. Be it Mexico, be it Utica City.
Thomas on a run. Yelovich eliminates him on the boards. Yelovich called for the foul.
Peruzzi will come on.
Donatelli presides. Peruzzi shot. Well meant, stays in play.
Stays in play somehow, ricochets around, the Blast keep possession. It's a weird angle for that ball to come all the way across.
NDI in the corner. Good help by Callahan, but Raley right there for the Blast.
Dos Santos won some room against Obasi, his old teammate.
Half-hearted run there by Dos Santos, though. Now Raley puts it back on his foot.
He says, I can do it. I can play one-on-one just like you.
A little taste of his own medicine, huh? Mello on for the Blast. Ball kicked away. Good defense by Callahan. Blast attack again, 2 minutes in. Raley with some space. Cuts it back for Dantas. Vinny, double team comes, turns, down the board, shoots. Coughlin right there to make the play. Dantas wanted a foul. Now Utica City possesses. Coughlin off the boards. Good ball here for Schindler. Off the corner of the boards and out of play. Goalkeeper distribution for the Blast. Vanzella. Peruzzi. Schindler runs that down. Kalu steps in. Kalu. Far side for Donatelli.
It's a real good job by Utica City to collapse that box there, fill the gap.
A little shake by Peruzzi, but nice job by Vitali, and Vitali called for the foul, pushes Peruzzi after he played the ball.
Foul on Utica City's number 5, Domenico Vitali. Red Blast.
Donatelli now from just outside the yellow.
Guernsey kind of all alone down low. Vitali finally squeezes.
Play back for Kalu instead. Donatelli. Now Pereira far side. Tracks it down the wing in front. NDI can't get a foot on it.
That'll be a clearance. Top of the arc restart.
Defensive clearance on Schindler. Real good chance here for the Blast if they don't commit a foul.
Peruzzi, Dantas, and Mello up high. Donatelli and Pereira low.
Mello presides. Mello off the chest of Diegas. Donatelli down, they say play on. Cross from Diegas into the box. Donatelli still trying to get up off of the deck. Schindler drives just wide. Diegas runs through. Donatelli for Dantas. 2-on-2. Dantas back to the middle. Shot! Saved by Coughlin.
Coughlin just got that by his rib cage.
Blaster changed and Raymond the chance. Raymond's shot blocked by Mello. It's still loose. Yelovich runs it down to the corner. Utica City sets up shop now.
4 minutes gone now. We have not seen a shootout in Baltimore in a very long time, certainly not at the CQ Arena.
Toby back for Obasi. Corner now for Yelovich.
Yelovich gets it way low.
Obasi now marked by Mello. Sweeps it far side, Toby. Callahan rotates back. Coughlin now. Toby pressured by Dantas. Coughlin across the yellow line. Bordeaux to the corner, blocked. Shot blocked off the line by Rayleigh. Big time play by Rayleigh there. Obasi wins the ball in front. Chip by Yelovich, it's wide. Mello clears. Toby back for his keeper. NDI steps on for the Blast.
Oh, you need a breath?
A little bit, yeah. Yelovich marked by Rayleigh. Turns, finds Obasi at the top. This time it's Peruzzi. Good matchup here for, I think, for Utica City here.
And Yelovich trying to back down on William.
Oh, great play by Pereira. Keeps that out of the goal. That was headed towards the back of the net.
2 saves by defenders now, the last minute or so.
Steal. Pereira just chips it back for Coughlin.
Bossi looks up at the clock.
How much does Obasi have left in the tank?
Find out here as he backs Peruzzi down. Sends it across to Schindler.
Steps over. Rayleigh blocks that. Blaster really squeezing down now into the box. Making it hard with shot block. There's a chance. It frees up. Shot goal! Ben Raymond wins it for Utica City. And they defeat the Blast in overtime by a final of 7-6.
We'll see the replay here as the Blast finally broke the pressure, and it was a quick back and forth from Utica City that finally got it. And Utica City gets their second win here at CQ Arena regular season after last year's win. We'll see here, Schindler wins the ball through, sent across by Diegas. Diegas, of course, 4 goals. And he picks up the assist on the winner.
4 goals for Diegas and the assist on the game winner for Utica City. And it's Ben Raymond, who really his time limited because of Obasi. But Raymond able to run on in that overtime session and put one behind Vanzella to get the game winner and send Utica City home with a 7-6 win over the Blast.
Don't forget to join us for post-game autographs with Blast players and the team store. And don't forget that official post-game party of the Baltimore Blast at the Charles Village Pub right here in downtown Towson.
Utica City gets 3 goals in the 4th.
Seeing you there.
They get the overtime goal as well at the 5:48 mark.
Fans, don't forget the Blast.
Put this one in the books. Utica City moves to 4-1 on the season.
At 5:05.
Blast dropped to 2-2 on the year.
December the 22nd at 3:05.
Utica City walks out with the 7-6 victory. Let's go down to the field now. Andrew Primrose, star of the game for Utica City.
Down here with Ben Raymond, and Ben, the game-winning goal there you got. It looked like in the first half you didn't get a lot of playing time. It's not as much as you had been in the first game here. What changed for you in the second half?
Yeah, a lot of pieces changed, so players had to step in, play in different roles. We stepped up to the occasion. We're an experienced group of players with a great coaching staff.
All right, so you get into overtime, the enthusiasm, crowd's rocking here. You guys seem to get a lot of pressure. What were you looking at offensively on that last possession?
Just to catch them cheating forward, really. Andrew with a quick play up to Jake to Ricardo. To me, it's a good play. We work on that in training.
All right, fantastic. Anything you want to say back to the Utica City fans watching at home tonight?
Hey, thanks for watching us. Can't wait to see you guys on the 28th, 29th.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Ben. Congratulations.
There you go, Ben Raymond with Andrew down on the field as Utica City gets this one 7-6. The final here for Utica City. Great comeback for Utica City in this one. Blast did a nice job defensively as they held Utica City without a goal for about 20 minutes, but the turning point was that 4th quarter. Handball on Adriano Dos Santos, and then Segura with the penalty kick goal. Nate Bordeaux scored from Obasi at the 2:35 mark of the 4th. That made it 5-5. Diegas scored his 4th of the game to make it 6-5. Blast would tie it late in the 4th. Jonathan Mello from Vinny Dantas to make it 6-6. Ben Raymond with the game winner and the assist to Diegas. Diegas with 4 goals and 1 assist tonight for Utica City as they come away with the 7-6. That's going to do it here from Baltimore. Once again in overtime, our final, Utica City 7 and the Blast 6. Talk to you next time. You've been watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington.